about a great leader who would unite Egypt and bring it to prosperity. They said his name would be Ramses, which means son of Ra, so when the king's son was born, they named him Ramses. The priests also said that Ramses would rule for 66 years and that he would become the greatest pharaoh of all time. Of course, no one could predict the future, but it seemed the gods had chosen Ramses to be their champion. When he was born, the sky rained heavily, a sign of divine favor. Even the Nile, which rarely flooded at this time of year, overflowed its banks, bringing rich silt that would ensure an abundant harvest. It seemed as if the gods themselves were celebrating the birth of this child. He grew up quickly and began to prepare for his role as pharaoh. Unlike most princes, he didn't spend his time playing games or partying. Instead, he took his royal duties seriously and studied hard. He learned how to ride a horse and drive a chariot, how to read and write, and most importantly, how to be a good leader. His tutors included some of the smartest men in Egypt, and they taught him everything they knew. They taught him how to fight and strategize, how to negotiate and make deals, and how to manage a kingdom. Ramses was a quick learner and absorbed all their knowledge like a sponge. By the time he was 14, he was already considered an expert in many areas, which was not surprising given his royal lineage. After all, his father was the legendary Pharaoh Seti I, who had ruled Egypt for 13 years before him. And his mother was Tuya, who was the daughter of a previous pharaoh. Ramses was born into royalty, but he didn't take his status for granted. He knew that being pharaoh was more than just a privilege, it was a responsibility. He knew he had to work hard to live up to the expectations of his people and his ancestors. So instead of wasting his time, he spent it learning and training. When Ramses was 16, his father, Seti I, went to war against the Hittites. This was a big deal because the Hittites were a powerful empire that had been threatening Egypt for years. Seti needed someone to watch over the kingdom while he was away, so he left Ramses in charge. At first, everyone thought this was a mistake. After all, Ramses was just a kid. But Seti had faith in his son, and he knew that Ramses would do a good job. And he did. While Seti was gone, Ramses kept the kingdom safe and secure. He dealt with any problems that came up and made sure everything ran smoothly. When Seti returned from war, he was impressed by how well Ramses had done, and it became clear that Ramses was ready to be pharaoh.